Yo, so I've played a lot of Steam Next Fest demos and wanted to make to cap that off, wanted to make a list of them according to if they're worth getting or not when they come out. So, and I'm just going to go in order. I played like 19, 20 demos, a lot of which didn't end up getting uploaded cuz I just didn't want to. But I'm just going to go in order, and then the where I'm gonna rank them is if it's worth getting. So like once it releases, or I would put it on your wish list. I would put it on mine at least. Only if you like the concept. So a couple of these games are not roguelites, and they're kind of more just like an RPG situation. And if you think it's fun, depending on what you see of it, it might be for you. Tough Sell is if it's kind of mid. Like I can see people playing it, but also I don't see it being a really popular game for most people unless they update some stuff. And F is just that's just the catch-all bucket. I'm gonna try to give like what it's about generally, and then a good and bad part of it. So Abyssal Blade, I'm gonna put it here. This game's already out. I think this is almost part of Next Fest. I'm not sure. I think this is in this only if you like a concept, because it's fun. It is fun. It is a action roguelite, except you're not getting stronger. It's more learning the patterns of the boss. So it's like a true roguelite. There's no progression. If you enjoy the boss fights, it's good. The music is pretty cool. I think it is a smaller game though, so if you want to, it's like something you'd play once, go through it and then not touch again. I don't know how long it would be, maybe like 2-3 hours. Your mileage may vary. I'm gonna put it there. Ball Pit. When this was the first demo I saw Northern Line play, and I thought was really cool, so I checked it out. At the start of Next Fest, I would probably put it here. But now, I think it's actually here. Because there's other games I enjoyed more that I thought were more, like, solid. Like, more replayable, all that stuff. Ball Pit, the core game is really fun. And I don't mind the out-of-combat building up your area. But the problem with this is I don't see this being super replayable, because I know you start with you have classes and stuff, and then you have set combinations. It's about as replayable as like a Vampire Survivor. However, it has less stuff. Although the synergies are cooler than Vampire Survivor, it has less stuff, and because of that, it's not as replayable. That's my opinion on it. So it's going there. When it comes out, if they add more stuff, or if they add like, I don't know how you would do this, like maybe a unique mechanic for the character rather than just the ball you start with. Maybe. And I'm not sure. It's been a while. They might already have that, but it's going there. Cairn. For me, I would put it here, but I think it is a good game, and it's a unique concept enough that it'll actually go here. And we're just gonna throw everything in this. We're gonna throw everything right here. So, like me personally, I don't know if I would play more of it, because even though it's cool, it's really finicky, and it's something like you would really have to enjoy. Not the story, but like the environment they're building up. Me personally, I thought it was fun, but don't see myself playing more than a session or two. So maybe like 2 to 4 hours of it. That's just me. It's just not my type of game. But if you like it, it goes in there. Clover Pit, this is the first one. I'm like, put it on your wish list. This game is good. It's very simple, but it's following that gambling type of formula. Balatro, similar scoring system with the symbols and then the shapes. A lot of cool stuff you can do with the builds. I think some builds are like way stronger than others, but it's still fun. And I'm sure by the time it comes out, and it seems like a game that's small enough and the creator likes enough to update a little bit. I don't know how much. I think that goes up there. Same with Dispatch. Dispatch is, so if you don't know, this is like one of the Telltale games, I think, is the developer. Something like that. But you're like a hero, you're managing your own little suicide squad of like misfits. And it is I thought it was XCOM at first. It's not XCOM. It's you're assigning a unit to a spot and then you just do a dice roll to see if it works. That was the demo at least. But the demo was interesting enough that I think it's going up here. Even though this is not like the story based game is not what I'm usually into, this was fun. If you've played a lot of these and this is kind of like same to you, maybe it goes down to tough sell. But Dogwitch I thought was really good. For me, I like a roguelite, so I already have it on my wish list. I might try to get it when it comes out, but I think it's actually more like here because it is a roguelite and it's good with the variants. So like your roles and how you upgrade this, the upgrade system is the coolest part of just replacing what the role can be across the board. I think it is on the easy side though, compared to some of these other roguelites. So it's going in like the concept. I think Flickshot Rogue might be the first tough sell for me because again, the concept is cool for this roguelite. You're basically, you have a circle that you're flicking around to hit other circles to do damage, like the UFO 50 game. So I think it's good. However, it is very samey from the couple of runs I've done. Samey in that you're using the same characters with the same like idea, AoE or straight damage, and then the upgrades are kind of just do more damage or inflict a DOT. So I think it, and then there's not much enemy variation either. Not that you need crazy enemy variation, but because you're seeing 9 or 10 around, having 9 or 10 of them be the same 4 enemies gets repetitive after like however many combats you do in a row, like 10. 10 times 10, 100 of all 4 or 5 same enemies. Maybe it's closer to like 6, 7. That's just me though. Fisher's Fishing Journey. If you like an idle game, this is an idle game where you're just fishing. I like a fishing game. I like an idle game sometimes. Adds in the working time frame though, I would rather be playing something else. Because I tried to play it twice actually, and it was fun, but it's also doesn't feel as like it's an idle game. It's not really something you're actively playing, and I like to actively play games. If you really like fishing and idle games, maybe that's for you. That's all I have to say. Gecko Gods Collectathon. You're a small animal, you're solving puzzles. Puzzles are super easy, but the environment and the movement, I don't know, it's charming. I like it. Maybe if you're the average gamer, actually, it should probably be here. Oh, it should probably be here. I'll put it right under Dogwitch. I like it a lot though. I'm gonna get that game when it comes out and see what it's about, because there is like, it's cool. I enjoy it. It's charming. Gemporium. I might put Gemporium on the same level here. I would like to see some sort of progress in this game, like whether it be, character customization, skins, upgrade the shop. You can upgrade your mining stuff, but without anything else, it is straight up the Pokemon mining the walls simulator, which I don't know how fun it is for a lot of people who haven't been exposed to that prior, or at least making that part of the game more difficult and not putting it on a timer. I don't know how you would do this. I think it's fun though. I think it's good. I'm gonna put it here. I would like to see more progress later in the game though. Glaciered, I'm sorry. It's like an underwater Souls-like, which is why I downloaded it. The underwater combat feels a little clunky. The underwater movement is cool, but also is very start and stop jerky with the sprint especially. The voice acting was good, but I don't know if it fit the concept, especially with the model being like some sort of bird creature and then the voice just being like your friend. For me, sorry. Insider trading, my goat. I might put it above Clover Pit even. I like insider trading was, even though it's easier than Clover Pit, is the most fun for me. Because, well, let me go through the good stuff. I do think it's replayable. I think they need to add more concepts. So right now, or maybe like do what Star Raiders does with packs for the runs. Because they'll have, right now it's like investor, bull, bear, monkey, bird. I think those are the 5. And then like debuffs and stuff. If you had packs with like different variations of that, like a way to differentiate some of the runs. So like maybe one run you won't see monkeys, but you'll see like some, whatever, XYZ instead. That could make it more replayable. I love the sound design in this game. It sounds great, and it's hitting the dopamine. It's probably not as, well, I already said this. It's not as difficult as a Clover Pit, but I still like it. Luck and Loot also goes up here. Not because they emailed me, because it's a good game. This is like maybe the most simplistic of them, but this might have the best replayability to me. It's very traditional, like Slay the Spire type roguelite. The added mechanic is the dice and fitting into your dice what you want depending on what you get. I've already played like, I don't know if you can see this, probably not. I've already played 8 hours of it. I like this game a lot. The enemies do get tougher, especially when you start adding the additional difficulty. It has like a Hades thing where you can add heat, but the heat is instead like 6 of 6 and you unlock a true ending, I think. I enjoyed that a lot. I might put it above Dispatch. It's on the same level as like Clover Pit, I think. And Insider Trading. All of these are just good. My card is better than your card. I am going to put this probably above Karen. Actually, Abyssal Blade goes down. My card is better than your card. I went into it not thinking it would be that good. However, the concept was enough to, like, I ended up doing 2 different runs and spending like an hour and a half on the demo. It is fun. Basically, you'll have a deck. You'll find stickers as you progress through. You apply those to your cards. So each card, instead of getting a set effect, you're making the effect depending on what you get, which is cool. It does get harder if you get unlucky with the enemy deck. So like sometimes they'll give you someone with a crazy combo and you might just lose, unless you also have a crazy combo already up. I don't know if those are set or what, but I do think it could use a little more polish. The art is great. The sound is pretty good from what I remember. This was also a while ago, but it's just going to stay there because it is another roguelite, and I don't think it's as cool or unique or just put together as the other ones. Mio, a lot of people like Mio. This is rage bait a little bit. It's Hollow Knight. If you like Hollow Knight, this might be your goat. It's Hollow Knight sci-fi. It's Hollow Knight but sci-fi. That's all I have to say. There's a little bit extra stuff. I don't like the character designs as much as Hollow Knight, and it is a little bit more exact in how you move than Hollow Knight is, I think. Like, you have to kind of get good at it. I only played maybe an hour, and I didn't even find the first boss, so my opinion might be trash. However, you like Hollow Knight, check it out. If you don't like Hollow Knight, if you're not a big Metroidvania platformer, just leave it. Up to you, though. You know, that's just what I think. One turn kill was good, but I don't know if I can put it on the level as these other games. Maybe it can. This is definitely one of the harder roguelites. And after you win once, it scales exponentially in difficulty because the enemies get like way stronger. The thing about this is you'll have, well, basically it's a burst Slay the Spire build and you can't get hit. Once you get hit, you're out. You need to kill, like the title, one turn kill. So you'll set up your deck ahead of time. Maybe that's why I don't like it. It does feel like a Magic the Gathering type of set up your deck and then you want to just combo them in the first instance, or like you have to combo them. It's cool. If you're into that type of MTG, just like getting something perfect and dominating, maybe this is your game. I don't like it as much as anything else on this row, so it's gonna have to stay there. Like I don't think I put this one on the wish list for me personally. Runeborn is very similar to Balatro, except flush builds and you have to hit it like Clover Pit shapes. Basically, you'll have 5 different shapes. You have to get the same color in each slot of those shapes. It's fun. What I would say about it is at first it's a bit confusing, which might turn some people off of it. I'm going to put it in like the concept. I might put it above Karen. I think I like it there. Because it's a little bit confusing at the start, I think a lot of people will be turned off, but the game itself is fun. And I don't know, I'm kind of conflicted about this because I think it could go as high as Dogwitch. I don't think it has the same polish though, at least from what I played. Polish being like the sound design was cool. Like all of these games up top, like they're ready to go. I think Runeborn might need to cook a little bit. I don't know how long the cooking takes. I'm not a developer or anything. But I would say like the sound design, it's not super clear what the events do unless you've played like 2, 3, 4 runs, which I have not. I played I think 2 or 3. I don't remember exactly. And because of that, like, and those might not be super fair criticisms. I'm sure if you like the concept a lot and you've played it more than 2 or 3 times, it'll be right away. You'll get it. I'm gonna put it there for now. I do have it on the wish list, so I'll check back on it. The Trolley Solution demo. I think this great thing means they took it off, like the demo's down. Unfortunately, I went in expecting like I would have to make a decision. It is just a quiz. Like, we give you this, you have to respond with the correct answer and you can move on. I thought it would be a bit more like the actual Trolley Solution, a little bit more moral dilemma based. And then once it got into about 10-15 minutes in, it transitions into this visual novel dating simulator thing. And as soon as that lasted for longer than 5 minutes, I stopped playing. So that's why it's here. Just because for me, I'm not gonna get it, but I'm sure some people like it. That's my opinion, and that's why I stopped playing it. The visual novel stuff, there's like probably some funny stuff, but I don't know. You'd have to like that. It is a passion project, it seems like. So check it out if you want to. Wordplay, this I played like maybe 10, 15 minutes of and was just like, it's that one worm game, but worse. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was like a Java like worm game. You're like a little green worm and you're making words to kill these like monsters and you'll get upgrades. I feel like it's that but worse. Because you're just making words and trying with set letters and trying to beat a score. It's not super interactive because of that. Like, all you see is the score. You know, Balatro, you'll see the way it's set up is like combat. You'll have you on one side or the other way. You on this side, you'll have the blind or whatever on the other side, and you're progressing left to right. This one, from what I remember, it was just a number at the top, and then you beat the number with the words. I couldn't get into it. It's probably better than these two, but you'd have to look at the Steam previews and see if you're really into it. But that's where I'll put it. Anything I would change? Probably not. I think these 4 are the big ones. You could maybe throw these 3 up there too. Like, these are close. The alternate games I've struggled ranking because I've played only roguelites, I feel like. Like Gemporium, Cairn could go up. Abyssal Blade could, I don't know. Abyssal Blade was cool though. I kind of like this. One Turn Kill could go up. This is Mio. I might be giving it an unfair shake here with tough sell. It's a tough sell for me. For the average gamer, it probably is at least here, because it is well made, and the sound, like, it's well made. It is well made. If you like Hollow Knight, you should check this out. I got close to beating Hollow Knight, but I don't have the time to sit down and spend like 3 hours on it. Whereas like a roguelite, they give you the option like, oh, we know the runs are going to take 10 to 100 minutes. Make your choice now if you want to play. These story games are more like, once you get to a point, if you go away and forget what you were doing, coming back is the worst feeling. And that's where I stopped with Hollow Knight. I beat a bunch of stuff. I did like the arena challenges, and then I came back and I forgot what I was planning to do, so I just stopped playing. One Turn Kill and Flickshot Rogues were both fun. This is just an idle game. I'm just not super into idle games. Glacier, I was so excited for too because it looks really cool. It's tough to play, man. Yeah, I think that's my list though. So let me know if there's anything. There needs to be a little bit of rage bait. That's why you leave some stuff down there. But especially Mio. Maybe I'll move Mio down for the thumbnail or something for the rage bait. But let me know what you guys think. If you agree with this or not. If my takes are based or not. But yeah, peace.